What's up guys, it's Ed from TechSource. I hope you're having a fantastic Monday and hopefully a productive week. Welcome to Setup Wars episode 81, where you submit your desk setup to get featured on the channel. If you guys want to participate, you know what to do. Make sure to watch the video link down below. Let the Setup Wars begin. If you guys are shopping around for your next game, make sure to check out g2a.com because they have the cheapest CD keys available for pretty much any game. I'll drop a link to them down below if you want to check it out. As always, you guys can find the gear for everyone's setups linked down below, along with anything I recommend in this episode. So your 5 contestants for this week are Andre, Angel, Javier, Jeanluc, and John. I think that's how you say it, Jeanluc or Jeanluc. Congratulations for making it on the show. Starting off the episode, we have Andre with a very refreshing setup. It kind of feels like I'm in a forest somewhere with all of these plants and bamboo sticks in the background. I'm definitely feeling this relaxed vibe just by looking at this. I can only imagine what it feels like actually using this setup every single day. Add some tropical rain sound effect on those speakers and this will be an awesome productivity setup. So yeah, enough of being sidetracked. Let's get back into the actual setup. So Andre is using a 29-inch LG ultra-wide monitor, which he overclocked to 75 Hz. And he's also using the Funk KB460 keyboard with the Cherry MX Reds right next to the Logitech G502 RGB Spectrum mouse. And we also have a drawing pad right above that. If I were to add a TV in my setup, this is exactly the way I would have it set up, about 10 feet away from the actual desk. Most people have their desks against the wall and the TV right above it, which I don't understand completely. I mean, what if you're on your computer and want to watch something on the TV at the same time? You have to constantly look up and down if that were the case. But Andre's situation, all he has to do is tilt his eyes slightly above to see what's on the TV. Desk setups don't have to be right against a wall, especially if you want to mount a TV. Andre's setup is a prime example of that. Even the cable management isn't affected by not having the desk against the wall. He hooked up a power strip and a few cable racks to keep all the wires off the ground and routed the rest of the cables down the legs. Excellent work. He does have a pair of Superlux HDs hanging from one side of the desk, and on the ground is the PC, which has a 4790K and an RX 470. Overall, a well put together setup. Thank you, Andre, for entering. At first, I thought this next setup had 4 displays, but it turns out it's only a triple monitor setup with a poster on the wall, surrounded by a bunch of acoustic foams. Okay, we get it, you're a big fan of Joker. We got the Joker wallpaper, figurines, and even some posters. Come to think of it, it actually has a black and purple theme as well. So he's rocking 3 Acer 24-inch gaming monitors at 144 Hz refresh rate each, and on the table we have the Corsair K70 RGB keyboard and Corsair M65 mouse, which by the way he drilled a hole for cable management. Nice work. Also on the desk we have a pair of Klipsch speakers and a PS4 console. By the way, did you know that Dbrands has a purple skin on their website? You should definitely pick some up for your console. They also got skins for headphones, laptops, smartphones, and a bunch of other devices. So if you guys want to spice up your setup, make sure to check them out. I'll drop a link to it down below. For audio, he is using a blue Snowball Ice microphone and a pair of Status audio monitoring headphones that are hanging from a Cooler Master 212 Evo CPU cooler. Hey, if it works, right? Cable management seems to be under control. It looks like the IKEA Signum is holding up majority of the cables, and he's also added some LEDs under the desk to give it that underglow effect. The PC that's powering the setup has a 4790K and an EVGA GTX 1070 paired with a GTX 980, and it looks like in the notes he stated that he will be upgrading to a second GTX 1070 very soon. A very nice Joker themed setup. Thank you, Angela, for entering. At number 3, we have Javier with a beautiful laptop-powered triple monitor setup on a custom-made desk. He has a 34-inch curved ultra-wide monitor from Dell in the middle and 2 27-inch monitors on the sides, which are mounted on the desk. I guess he did that to align all 3 of the displays together. Nice job. I'm still shocked that a single laptop can power 3 monitors. That's pretty impressive. He's also using wireless peripherals, the Microsoft Designer keyboard and Logitech MX Master mouse. Javier did such a good job keeping everything symmetrical as well, so I have to give props on that. For audio, he is rocking a pair of Logitech Z333 speakers, a Shure SM58 microphone, and the popular M40X's resting on the Silverstone headphone stand, which by the way is the one I'm using for my setup as well. Cable management is pretty much flawless. He's got some 3M tape, cable clips, raceways, and even Velcro straps holding everything together. I mean, if it weren't for that power outlet being visible, this setup would be practically wireless. Oh, so it looks like he does have an actual PC. It appears to be a pre-built CyberPower PC down here, which actually makes more sense now. I knew a laptop couldn't power 3 monitors, that's absurd. Cable management isn't the only thing that's nice and tidy, his entire room is. All the drawers are organized, and I'm really loving those Blue Lounge cable organizers that you are using. I might just pick some up for myself. I'll also drop links down below in case you guys want to check them out, but definitely one of the cleanest setups I've seen in a while. Thank you, Javier, for entering. Speaking of white and black setups, here's another one. Jean is rocking a 32-inch Philips monitor, a Rocat ISQ keyboard, and a Tyon mouse on top of the glorious extended mouse pad. Props on staying consistent with the entire theme. Oh wait, you have a black and blue headset, never mind. Speaking of audio, he also has a Dell surround sound speaker system, which honestly kind of defeats the purpose of placing them in front of you. I mean, they are supposed to surround you, so maybe put 2 of them behind you somehow. Cable management is clean, everything is tied together neatly and mounted under the desk. Job well done, I have no complaints here. Even his PC case is white. It has a 4790K and a GTX 980 Ti. Honestly, if it weren't for your headset, this would have been a flawless black and white setup. But you know what, I'm gonna leave a few headset options down below that will go really well with your setup, so make sure to check it out. Thank you, Jean, for entering. Last but not least, we have John and an insane quad display setup. A 27-inch Acer Predator in between 2 27-inch Acer monitors and a massive 40K 4K TV from Samsung. On the desk, he has the Razer Chroma Black Widow keyboard and a Razer Epic Naga mouse on top of the Razer Firefly mousepad. For audio, he has a pair of Bose Companion 2 speakers and a HyperX Cloud 2 headset. That's pretty much it for the surface of the desk, and there's not much going down under the desk as well. The backboard of the desk is blocking out the cables, so I can't really give you any feedback. The computer, on the other hand, god damn, this thing is a beast. It's rocking a 5820K and 2 MSI GTX 1080s in SLI. Other than picking up a hanger for your headset, this is a pretty straightforward overkill setup. Excellent job staying consistent with the color scheme, and thank you, John, for entering. So that is it for this episode of Setup Wars. As always, make sure you guys drop your comments down below and vote on who you think has the best desk setup. As always, I will announce the winners on Twitter and Instagram, so make sure you guys follow me there if you want to know who wins. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.